Because we got 30 minutes for him to do his teaser.
Oh, yeah, I should be thinking of that.
Hence why it takes him 10 takes.
Alrighty then, I'm recording.
Hasn't stopped us before.
Okay, let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This week on the Broncos Sports Report, we're talking golf. Damn it.
Penises.
Pin Island.
In 5, 4,
Peni.
3. I was going to do one right. Damn it. Still didn't do one right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This week on the Broncos Sports Report, we're talking golf, baseball, softball, and all the spring sports that you love.
I love how he just quit after 3 sports because he's like, I have no idea what to say after this.
Which is what I was going to do the first time, but I kept
forgot
on,
what other sports we're talking about.
I almost
but we're
said
going to
basketball.
talk about them.
Yeah, I almost said basketball, so I was like, are we ready?
Let's have fun with this one, gentlemen.
Oh, like we aren't?
That's true.
You know why? Because I love you. That's why.
We will confess our love to each other at the end of the show.
Could cut glass right now.
Okay,
Good thing I'm wearing
wrinkled
plaid.
shirt day.
Austin looks like he's about to go to a job interview.
You do it.
I need my notes.
I'm going to give them to you.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. After I was done. Welcome to the Broncos. I was see you look. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Broncos Sports Report. I'm your host, Demetrius Wright. And with me today, we have my two favorite people, Austin and Rick Lemon, the sports writers from The Vista. Hi, guys.
What's up?
How you doing, Dave?
You guys doing all right?
Yeah, it's kind of a sad day. It's our last show.
Yeah. A little emotional there.
Last show of the year. It's gonna be tough, but I think
Let's get
we'll
through it.
Let's get through it. So, in case you're wondering why we're wearing up, everybody's all dressed up and put our nice clothes on, because it's championship week. All the UCO spring sports, they're battling. They're going for their championship run. So we had to dress up because it's time to get classy. Okay?
It's all for the rings.
All for the rings. Let's get to it. First topic, golf. All right. The women, let me start with the women. I'm going to start with the ladies first. Women's golf, they just won at the Alania. How do you pronounce it?
Alvamar, the Alvamar Country Club in Lawrence, Kansas.
Alvamar Country Club in Lawrence, Kansas. All right. And they just placed, and Rick, tell me about it.
Well, they actually won the MIAA championships. That almost guarantees them a berth for the NCAA D2 Super Regional, which is in Lake Elmo, Minnesota.
Ooh.
But it's a really hard course, and it was actually extremely hard because of the wind. It was a par 72. The women had 3 different players shooting the 70s, and they were able to get a championship. So far, so good, right?
All right. And, playing golf in the wind is very difficult because, it's wind. It blows your ball all over the course. You're trying to line it up, messes up your putting game. I don't like playing golf in the wind. I really don't.
Nobody likes playing golf in the wind. And just so how tough it was, like the first couple rounds, only like 5 players in each round shot under 80.
And that's terrible.
Brutal conditions.
That's terrible for golf.
With as many players as there is.
Yeah. In a big tournament like that.
And UCO had 2-3 of them. So really a good job for the Broncos.
Just to give you an idea how hard it was to play on this course, it's par 72. We had 3 players in the 70s. It was Ali Sang shot a 77, and then Bethany Darrow and Katie Bench both shot 79s.
That's good. But that's still a brutal course.
Mm-hmm.
But the women came out of it wonderful because they're going to now head to
it's not exactly guaranteed, but with this win, it almost guarantees them a berth for the Super Regional.
I mean, if they don't get into it, it'll be kind of ridiculous.
It'd be-
As good
it'd
as
be a
a
travesty
season
if they
as
did.
they've had, 5 titles, I mean, they deserve a shot.
They
Yeah,
absolutely
they-
deserve a chance at the national championship.
True. All right, next topic, men's golf. On men's golf, the boys were in Lawrence, Kansas.
They're at the same course.
All right, and they're playing How did they place?
They placed third overall. They did fairly well. Eric Klein actually got 14th overall individually, and pretty solid round altogether.
Yeah, and considering they were 7th place going into the final round to move up to 3rd, pretty good rally on the last day of the tournament. And again, brutal conditions.
Yeah, especially behind Klein and then Matt Helms, who shot a 73. Klein shot a 72. They were able to move up 4 places in the last round of the day.
How do you think they're going to do when it comes? Are they getting into the tourney or not?
Honestly, it's a 50-50 shot at this point. They've put up a fairly solid season altogether, and they'll take that into consideration. But it's kind of up in the air right now.
But if it's kind of a what have you done for me lately, they've really finished the season strong. They won 3 straight titles to end this season, and then they got 3rd here. So if they go by the end of the season, I think they should be in.
Yeah, let's do Janet Jackson rules. What have you done for me lately? Next topic, baseball. We're moving on to baseball. All right, baseball. I love them boys because they are power hitters. All they do is score. I love them. Austin, did you watch the last game?
Yeah, last game they played Southwest Christian. They just dominated from the beginning. 15-0 after 3 innings. They won 17-1. I mean, they were just dominant. Southwestern Christian was overmatched in the game, honestly.
You know, and with the baseball team, they have the number 1 ranked offense in the nation right now.
You put up 30 runs in a game. It's pretty decent offensive, I'd say.
Best part, though, is the whole team is balanced overall, though.
Yeah.
They have the defense and the pitching to match it up, too. Like Ricky Reeves, 8-1 in the season. They keep that kind of pitching going into the postseason. They should actually absolutely have a shot at the MIA title.
And then, huge series this weekend against the number 1 team in the conference, Central Missouri. 4 games ahead of the Broncos, but if the Broncos manage to get a sweep, they will get a share of the conference title and the number 1 seed in the MIAA tournament. So huge series this weekend against the Mules.
It's the Mules. And I'm thinking we're going to kick a few mules. I'm just saying. That's my point of view, and I like it. It's Mules getting kicked. All right, moving on. Softball. I love softball. Casey Schrock on the mound. Wait a minute. Let me pronounce it right. It's Caitlin.
No.
Still wrong.
What's the girl name?
Let him figure it out.
It's Caitlin.
No, it's not
Kelsey Schrock.
No, it's not Kelsey either.
It's Caitlin.
Please.
Take out the T.
Caitlin. You know what? I grew up in Edmond, but I grew up on the black side of Edmond, so it's Caitlin. Okay. All right, we'll cut all that. All right, next topic, softball. I love softball. With Kaylin, with Schrock on the mound. All right.
And I can't think of anybody's names.
You got the other girl.
The girl in the place with the thing.
Yeah.
The girl on the big pile of dirt.
She's the only mom on the team. She's the only mom on the team. Ish. Okay. Next topic, softball. I love softball. They are doing wonderful with their pitching, their hitting. I can see another title coming ahead. What do you think on it?
Well, softball's having a really great season. You know, they started off slow again, 8-7, but now they're 36-12, 19-3, playing for the title again this weekend. They're first in the league right now by a few games, so I think they're gonna cinch that up this weekend.
They got a big tournament. A big series of games this weekend.
Yeah, because really they're 5th in the Central Regional rankings, and the top 8 go. So they really just need to win to hold on to that and make it to the national tournament.
Yeah.
And so they're in a good spot, but they need to finish the season strong.
They have got to. They got to finish the season not like they started the season when they went 19-6, but that's not what I want to say. They need to finish the season strong because what do I want to say? Unlike they started the season. There you go. They need to finish the season strong, not like they started the season. Rick, what do you think about softball?
I mean, like you've been saying, they've had a fantastic season coming off of last year's national championship. They had a little bit of a slow start, but now they've picked it up. They've, behind Kaylin Schrock, who's been absolutely dominant all season, and their offense, which has been, I think, pretty solid.
Their offense has been really good. They went through a stretch where they had like 8 run rules in like 12 games. They're streaky though. They can be streaky though. There's some games where they don't put much run support behind Schrock, the pitcher, which we've seen. And
well, is that their offense, or is that the pitchers just stepping up against them?
I mean, that's a good point.
I think it's the pitchers.
There are some good pitchers in this league.
I mean, sometimes you see a big game and you can circle a big game on your calendar. National championship team coming into town, that's a big game against an opposing pitcher.
And I think that's kind of why maybe they start off as like they did in the season. Pressure, being the number 1 team in the country, just coming off, you're going to get everybody's best shot, and I think that took a while to adjust to, and I think they finally started to do that towards the middle of the season.
All I know is they keep this up, dynasty.
Not
2, not 3, not 4.
But dynasty. More rings.
They got the talent, for sure.
They do.
One of the most talented softball teams in the country.
True. Very true.
Let's just say recruiting has gone well.
Next topic, rowing. Okay, the rowing team. They just came from Tennessee, and they're headed to Dallas. They're back-to-back. They're all over. They're placing. The rowing team is good. And speaking of strong recruiting, they have a recruiting class coming up that is very nice, along with the freshmen that they have on the team right now. Rowing is a nice sport. Rick, what do you got on it?
Rowing's done fantastic overall. They got what did they place in Tennessee? It was 3rd?
Yes.
They placed 3rd in Tennessee. They're going to face SMU in a duel, and they're doing fantastic. That plus the fact that we're actually getting rowing their own boathouse down on the Oklahoma River opening next year. It's an exciting time for rowing.
And then a historic thing for the program, the Novice 8+, which is 8+ the coxswain, finished their first grand final in program history in the tournament, and they finished 6th in it. So that's hats off to them for stepping up.
See, that's just proving the depth of the team, because it wasn't just the 8 women or the 4 women varsity teams. The novice teams are starting to get into grand finals too. We start getting our novice teams competing, that's when you show that we have depth and talent all through the program.
Yeah.
And this was a tough tournament, a tough invitational too. Lots of Division I teams in it. The varsity, I know, had to also go up against the Division II national champion, Nova Southeastern. Yeah. So 2 grand finals and then a C final. Not a bad event for the Broncos.
Definitely. I like the rowing team. They're not on my top 10 list yet, but they're moving up slightly.
Another sport that's hard to cover.
Very hard to cover, but fun to watch. Next topic, tennis. The ladies' tennis team. Remember, I ranked them. They are in my top 5 of sports. Now, tennis. They have a big tournament this week, big match this weekend, and they're facing who? They're facing.
Well, they're in the conference tournament now, the MIAA, held in Missouri, and they are the 4th seed, and they will be taking on the 5th seed, Emporia State. And, well, they're 15-8 on the season, so a pretty solid year after they kind of went through a tough stretch.
Yeah,
I think they got a shot. They got some really good singles players. Alina Garina, the number 1 singles, 18-3 on the year, so she's had a really good year. And then they got 2 more at 18-4. So I think they got a shot.
See, they started off fast and strong, the tennis team, and then toward the middle, they kind of had some few matches where they didn't win and had some close ones that they lost. Now they're starting to get back on, and I really think they're going to do good this weekend against Emporia. I think they're taking Emporia State down.
I think they are too.
Yeah. Rick, what do you think?
I just think tennis, they're kind of like the Yankees. You get a whole bunch of talented players all together, but sometimes they don't play together that well. Their doubles, they've been up and down, but their singles, they've been destroying people. It's not just that they win their singles matches, they go and win it, 3-love, 4-love. They don't even give a chance for the other team to even get into it.
Yeah, singles is how they've pretty much won their matches. Because, like you said, the doubles really up and down has struggled this year.
All right, next topic. Next topic is, never mind. All right, it's time for the lightning round. Lightning round. I'm going to hit you fast and I'm going to hit you quick with the topics. Give me your answers. First up, Thunder in the playoffs. Rick, what do you got?
They lost in overtime last night, which was actually fantastic after they came from a 17-point deficit led by Russell Westbrook. They were able to come back, force overtime, especially that 4-point play by Russell. Did anybody see that?
Yes, love that one.
It seems to be the Thunder's go-to move nowadays, but they're down 2-1, Game 4 on Saturday.
They're struggling right now. I mean, their defense it's not good. They're just letting Mike Conley just gets right to the basket. Seems like nonstop. And I don't know if it's Russell. He doesn't want to play defense. I think he's got the talent to play defense.
Well, honestly, a lot of it's been because Tabo's been on. They've had Tabo Cephalosha on Mike Conley for most of the series, but that 17-0 run, that was with Russell on it. And whenever Russell steps up and plays defense like he did right there, I think we can win.
Like I said, he has the ability to play defense. It's just got the want to play defense and fight through screens. And
next topic, Pacers.
Pacers are struggling.
They are falling fast.
I think. And this is a big series, especially for their coach, because if they don't get through, he's gone.
Frank Vogel, I mean, he's been a great coach all season, but if he doesn't find a way to figure out the Hawks, because Indiana has struggled historically in Atlanta and against the Hawks and against the Hawks three-point shooting. I think that's partly how the team's built. I think that's partly the coach. Either way, this is a terrible matchup for them for the 1 seed. And
not just that, they're fighting. They're fighting in the locker room. The Pacers. They're fighting in the locker room before the game.
And Roy Hibbert has just gone in the tank. I mean, he can't score. You got to be able to score as a big man with his talent. Since the All-Star break,
he's gone from being one of the most dominant players in the NBA to just a complete ghost. No show.
If he don't keep playing the way he's playing, he's going to be a mailman. Not Karl Malone, but my guy.
An actual mailman.
An actual mailman, because he's going to be out of the league.
The Indiana fans maybe hope he becomes a mailman because they're not too happy with him right now.
Because he is terrible. Next topic, the energy. They are starting tonight.
They have the home opener this weekend, which is an exciting time. They've done fairly well so far. They've put up almost 500 ball on the first couple of games of the season. But I think this home opener at Bishop McGinnis Stadium will really be what they need. They need to come home and see that Oklahoma City is ready for this soccer team to get off and really, add another sport to an already great sports city.
Yeah,
I'm excited because I'm a huge soccer fan. I'm big English Premier League. I watch it all the time, and I'm glad that we have a professional soccer team here now to enjoy. It's a fun sport. I like it.
Yeah, up and down the field. You got to be in shape too.
I can't play it, but I like it.
Me neither, but I sure can watch it. But that's because them boys be running back and forth all up and down the field. Next topic, Pieta. Tar on his neck. What are you doing?
I mean, it was a bold choice. I can't tell if it was just it was because, later in the game he started sweating or if it already looked like that from the very start, but it was an obvious shine on his neck, and then the Red Sox manager pointed it out. The refs saw him, kicked him.
But no, it didn't start. First inning, nothing. Second inning, big old glob on his neck.
Yeah.
Now, in the first inning, when he was pitching, he's pitching, and the ball's all over the field. He couldn't find the strike zone. Second inning, the strike zone is back. He's hitting. It's right down the middle. And then that's when the big glob is there.
And, I have a problem with the suspensions because it's 10 games, but as a pitcher, that's really only 2 games you're missing.
Yeah.
Because, you got the rotation of 4.
Right.
I think it should be longer, honestly, because we've had enough problems with cheating in baseball.
Yes. Now, in his defense, he's saying he's using it because of the shoulder surgery, and he can't feel the ball anymore.
Mm-hmm. In his defense, it's still illegal.
Yeah.
Bad. Next topic. We're moving on to hockey. The playoffs. Not UCO hockey, but the NHL playoffs.
We had a couple of great games last night. We had Bruins Red Wings into overtime. Bruins were able to win that first overtime. We had the Wild beat the Avalanche to 2-1 to even up their series. That's the 4 seed and the 1 seed, Wild are 4. And then we had the Kings actually fend off the sweep.
Yeah, I thought they were gone.
Yeah, I know. They've won a couple championships the last couple of years, but they were able to come back. There's 6-3 they were able to win, so now their series is at 3-1. Sharks in the lead.
But what's important is the game tonight.
Mm-hmm. Tonight, the one game that I'm really excited about is, I'll wave my pom-poms a little bit. I'm a St. Louis Blues fan, the Blues Blackhawks.
Yeah. And see, I'm a Blackhawks fan.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the game. I like my Chicago Blackhawks. This is going to be a good game.
It's just I love the new format that they've gone to in hockey. They've gone to a divisional format for the playoffs. So hopefully what their idea is they're going to get rivalry started in the playoffs, which is the biggest knock against hockey the last couple of years. There's been not really any big rivalries.
Right.
But you can't say that a Blues Blackhawks game any time of the year, especially the playoffs, though, doesn't get feisty.
Yeah, this is going to be great. I love hockey. Austin, what do you got? You're not a hockey guy? Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
sorry, I just haven't been able to get into hockey that much.
You got to follow me. I'm going to get you into hockey.
I follow it more. I'm kind of like the casual soccer fan in
Mm-hmm.
America. Watch it during the World Cup, support the U.S., but I don't get a chance, and I can never find. I don't have the channels to watch it on TV.
You can at least get.
Either way.
I mean, now that it's the playoffs, that's the
Yeah,
best time.
I usually do watch the playoffs, and I gotta go with D. I'm a Blackhawks guy when I
Yeah.
do get into the playoffs.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
Hey, it's
I'm-
all right. It's all right.
Blackhawks or Ducks? I'm a Ducks fan too,
Well, you should be excited. You got both of
I
them
am.
playing tonight.
Yeah.
You
but I
got-
can't watch it because I don't have the channels.
Mhm.
I watched it more when ESPN used to have hockey, and then when it went off, I kind of just
Well,
stopped.
that's the best part about there's no Thunder game on tonight. The Stars will definitely be on Fox Sports Oklahoma.
Probably.
You'll be able to see Stars Ducks start at 9:30.
Yep.
Think I know how I'm spending my Friday night.
There you go. Better than you usually been doing it. Next topic. We don't have a next topic. That is all the time we have. The man, do we have anything else? The man says no. I want to mention the Memorial Marathon. Thank you, the man. The man says the Memorial Marathon this Sunday in Oklahoma City. Big, huge race here in Oklahoma.
Might
Rick.
have some weather problems for it.
You think it's going to be weather?
Yeah, there's supposed to be some severe weather this weekend, but hopefully they'll be able to get out and run it. This is one of the biggest events in Oklahoma. It's been one of the premier events actually in the running circuit nationally now. It's starting to get bigger and bigger. Yeah. And plus, it's a Boston qualifier, so there's going to be thousands of people in Oklahoma. So hopefully
Maybe
it'll be a nice
the
day.
biggest event really in Oklahoma.
Yeah. It unites all sports.
The most important event in Oklahoma for sure.
Because it's the memorial, the remembrance of it. We just had the 19-year. It's huge, and I would say this is one of the biggest sporting events.
Props
in
to
Oklahoma.
everybody who's in shape enough to run it.
Yeah, because it takes a lot to run. I mean, I can run to the kitchen. That's
Heck,
about
we
it.
about
we
as
even
far as
have
I
a
can
couple
go.
of students here in the Mascom building who are going to run it this weekend.
Yeah, we have two.
So we'll have to give them a little bit of slack next Monday if they seem a little
Little
bit, little bit
tired.
slower than
Little
normal.
tired. Legs hurt a little bit. All right. Not only is this show for the year, this is our show. Wait, how do I say that?
Not only is we're not only done today, we're done for the year.
Yeah, let's go back and do that again. Okay, not only are we done for the week, we are done for the year. This is our last show, the last time we're doing this one, but we're going to come back in the huddle this fall. We don't know how. Somehow we're going to do it. We're coming back in the huddle. We're going to cut that out. We're going to cut that. But this is our last show for this season. Rick, how do you feel about our last show?
I mean, I think it's been a good semester. It's been a good semester at UCO Sports. I'm excited for the championships that haven't happened yet. We'll be covering it both in the Vista, on the newscast, and on ucentralmedia.com. And it's been a good show, guys.
It's really been a great semester of UCO sports. I'm kind of sad this is over.
Yeah.
But again, we still got softball going on. Baseball's going to be going on, hopefully, for long runs into the tournament. And I can't wait to cover some football next semester.
Definitely. All right. That's our time. Until the next time, this has been the Broncos Sports Report, covering the sports you want to hear about.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
That's staying in there.